world? It's your boy, Mike Muse. Welcome to the Conversation, the Mike Muse Show. I am so excited to be in conversation with my next guest. I feel like I've been stalking her because I've been in almost every room she's been in, but I haven't ever met her. And it is the wildest thing, all the way from the White House performances, all the way to NAACP performances. And I have never had the chance to shake her hand or to be up and close and personal. And she is one of my favorites. Her voice is just simply fantastic. And she brings so much good energy and vibes. And as you all know, we talk about music so much on the show. Music is so transformative with energy. And when we played this song coming in, the room lit up, she walked in, she lit up, and I was like, that's the power of Ledisi. So without further ado, the incredible and also too the beautiful, when you watch this video on YouTube, Ledisi. What's happening, friend?
Hi, how are you? Wow, what an intro.
I am so honored to meet you finally.
So we've been in all the rooms.
Like all the rooms, even this last NAACP Image Awards where you were performing from the White House. I know who I love, the First Lady. She loves you.
I know.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her.
That was the most common conversation we were having back in the day, is how much the First Lady loves her some Ledisi. And so we get a chance just to love on you, friend.
Wow, thank you.
How are you?
I'm so excited to be here. I haven't been here before, and finally meeting you. That's great. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Congratulations on The Crown is out. Your album is out.
Yes.
How does that feel like when it's out in the world right now? Like, what does that feel like? What's that sensation?
It feels great. It feels like you created this baby, and then it's out there, and then the response. Hearing the response to, oh, I needed this. I didn't know I needed this. I need this.
In what way in what surprising way did you realize you needed this?
Well, no, they do.
Oh, they did it.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
but
audience.
Have you received anything that you needed after it's been out in the way that it's being received?
I've been listening to it longer. I've been listening to it for a while, and I just felt like, for me, this project was not supposed to exist.
Oh.
It was just going to be Love You Too, a single, and I just kept writing. Because it felt good. It felt like, oh, I'm going to paint this song today. And Rex is like, keep writing. And then we got the call for the Super Bowl. And then it's like, oh, I guess, should we keep writing? He's like, just don't pressure yourself. If we get there, we'll do a whole record or not. But every day I would just come in, and it's like a journal. Like you write in a journal here and there, or you paint a little bit and then you go away. So I had fun creating it freely with no pressure, no time restraints, no label, no anything, just painting something every day. And then by the end of when we got to the end of the summer, I was like, wow, we got all these songs. I guess we're ready for it to be a project.
Well, then what season were you in when you were writing this so freely? Because what I find interesting about that, oftentimes when people journal sporadically, they go through different dynamics in life. It could be up, it could be down, it could be excitement, it can be joy, it can be all the things. It can be love, it can be heartbreak. But what I find so interesting now that you said that, this project seems so cohesive.
Yes.
It seems like every song just flows together. So if you were journaling like that, like what season were you in at the time you were writing?
I had just finished Good Life tour in May. And like I said, it was the first time I had a summer in a long time. I've been working. But it was the first time I had a summer to just enjoy myself and take a break and breathe and enjoy my home. I think I was just relaxing. Most artists, you're working in the summer. You're working when it's time for other people to relax. You're not relaxing, you're entertaining. I had to relax, write, and that's what I was feeling.
I find that interesting, not being a songwriter, obviously, audience, as you know. But I feel like a lot of times songs are written when a person is in love or in heartbreak or going through something, trying to find themselves. It's rare that I hear from an artist that they wrote because they were just relaxing.
Yes, I know that sounds crazy, but it's
Isn't that rare? That's rare, right? I'm not tripping, right?
Yeah, usually you think we need trauma or other things going on to create, but for me, when I paint, my mom says, "What's wrong?" When I really paint, when I want to paint something, she goes, "What's wrong?" Yeah. But for me, creating music, when I'm relaxed, it sounds better to me. It sounds even better. It feels better. I feel like this is one of those projects that reminds me of my earlier work, where Lost and Found. It's the same. It feels good because it wasn't a time restraint on anything. You just created. And there's no reason to prove anything. I felt like I could be a songwriter and have fun. I didn't have to prove myself vocally. I could just sing and have fun and create. I never get to relax. And I found that if I just relaxed, I can just do whatever I wanted. I like having freedom.
Yeah. You know what? That comes out in this album.
Yeah.
This freedom. And audience, I'm sure you've heard it by now, but I just want to say congratulations for accomplishing that goal.
Wow. Thank you.
I was even listening to it on the way here to this interview audience, and in New York, we finally broke 70 degrees. And
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. And having it in my ear, walking here with the sun shining, the songs hit differently because I've been listening to it like in a home setting.
Yeah.
And so when I was out and the sun hit me, it actually changed my walk. Right? And it actually changed my tempo.
Sorry, y'all. I'm getting excited.
So that,
this is the goal.
Yeah, you hit the mark.
Yes.
And there's something then about the freedom of your writing that birth, because like I said before, energy is transferred. Clearly, you must believe that too as well.
Absolutely. I absolutely believe. That's why you got to be careful of who you allow mentally inside, because it goes to your heart, it goes to your voice, what you speak. So who's in your circle, be careful who is around you. You can love everyone externally, but not everyone can sit right next to you. You have to be careful of what's right there. That's why I'm particular about who touches my hair or my head or any of those kind of things. So
I'm also too particular about who comes into my home.
That home is everything. You should regard it with all your life. You know what I mean? Because that's where you release and let go.
That's where you're most vulnerable.
Exactly. And I love that. That's why I go to one studio. There's one studio, Rex's studio. I love doing my vocals there. Yeah. And it's this little tiny room. It's not fancy. I don't need green M&Ms or any of those kind of things. I just love singing in that space because it feels free, and I trust him. Yeah. So it works. You got to have that.
Are you a creature of habit?
Sometime.
I said that because I am.
You are? So you just do the
So that's
kind of,
and me and my therapist have been talking about that. And she says
okay.
there's something interesting about the ritualistic aspect of that I do. And I called her one day and I said, I didn't get a chance to go to the gym today. And I went later. And she said, Mike, it's okay. She said, part of the rituals is to allow flexibility of the ritual. And she said, that is when you know that you are doing the work. Right? Because there's something about my morning routine. I don't mind sharing it. Like, I get up, I maybe like do aromatherapy, I walk to the gym early in the morning, I live near the water, and so I turn to the right and I have my moment with God and get gratitude in the whole nine, and I come back and do my other stuff. But then once I leave the door the second time, I feel like nothing is really in my control. But during that time, I can control it, right? Doing that ritualistic audience, nothing like spiritual thing, just like how you move about the day, right? Get up, when you shower, that kind of stuff. So I was wondering, because sometimes I think that changes your energy too.
Yeah, I wasn't on the road. But the road has its rituals too, its routine. But at home, I just love being home. There's trees, there's things to calm me and make things good. But,
is that where the song "Daydream" came about?
I don't know about that part.
Okay, yeah.
You like that song?
I love "Daydream."
Daydreaming is Daydream reminds me of, you have to get ready for work. You got to focus, but you're excited about the person you were with. Yeah. But when I wrote it, Ray Keys produced it. I needed help writing on it. So I called my friend Trey, he's like, well, I've never been in love. I don't know. I was like, just help me. I need help. Yeah. I have the idea of what I wanted. I had the melody and everything, but I needed help on the chorus part. Okay. And so that was what I was looking for. But when I was thinking about it, I thought of cinematically. Yeah. If my eyes were closed and after a wonderful night with someone, what would that feel like? What would I say walking by myself headed to work if I was a person just thinking that way? Cinematically, what would that feel like sonically? And so everything that was my writing. That's how my writing began.
Again, achieved.
Yeah.
Because as I listen to music, I often think cinematically.
You do.
And even when I'm doing my commentary, I have a weird, strange way of doing commentary. My producers at ABC hate me about this, and here sometimes SiriusXM they hate me too, is because I see the words, right? Yeah. And so when there's too much movement, the picture goes away. right? And then if the picture goes away, I completely lost my train of thought. I can't even get it back.
Right,
Like
right.
there's just no getting it back at all. And so when I listen to music, I actually think visually and I think cinematically, and I think you achieve that in Daydream. Because I also music for me is about energy and feel, right? And I think that moment of feelness after you've been with somebody like the night before, and then you're so thrilled. Right, the morning after,
yes,
right? Like
exactly.
it's that newness.
It's new. It's fresh.
Yeah,
it's like it just felt good. And it's a walk. It had a rock to it.
Yeah.
So the music calls for it. I always listen for what the music is saying as well. Mm-hmm. It all goes together.
So since you were journaling, I'm curious about your artistic process, like because now we're talking about music. Mm-hmm. How do you think about your pairing? Right, because I think you're a writer first before you hear the track, or because I'm curious, how do you do the pairing? How do you think about the pairings?
It doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. Creativity for me,
yeah,
it works where it could one day be a rhythm, a beat, and it could be the words first. Sometimes it's the melody first. Mm-hmm. It just depends on what's going on for me. Mm-hmm. I'm free form. I'm never a one. It has to go like this. Yeah. But I started as a drummer. I'm always going to be concerned with how it feels in the rhythm. Is it a waltz? Is it a march? Because I do felt like a march. It felt like a wedding song to me immediately. And then the other song, Daydreaming, that's a bounce. I got to bounce.
Yeah.
I feel good, and Making a Way, that reminded me of other things. Like when I would wait tables, I was just saying to another person, I would wait tables and it was just the darkest moment for me, having to get up every day and wait tables. But I want to be free. I'd go to the Box right after this club in San Francisco where they play house music. Okay. And that made me feel better. And I would just dance and dance and dance and leave sweat and dripping. But I felt better. It's like a different kind of workout, not just working out on the gym. I wanted to just dance.
That's interesting. I was curious about Making a Way because Making a Way is gospel, but it's house.
You think
right?
it's gospel?
I don't. Gospel. Gospel. I don't want to be too prescriptive with God, but there's a spirituality in this,
Absolutely.
right? Like there's a reverence, right? Like to it, and oftentimes when you think about traditional spiritual songs and spirituality and gospel music, you don't necessarily think house music, but also too think that house music for me is spiritual, right? And so I was very interested in the pairing the lyrics of that song with like the house music aspect of that.
I love that you said that, because I was like, oh gosh, he thinks the gospel is a compliment, Yeah.
But house is spiritual. It's transformative.
See, you said everything. You got it. You know what it is. For me, that club energy gave me that without that judgmental part of it. And I'm not saying everyone does it, but I can dance as well to it, not just clap to it. I wanted to dance to that feeling. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted that feeling. To me, it has a Luther vibe to it. Yeah. To me, it has, production-wise, I wanted the Luther energy. I wanted the Tremaine Hawkins Fall Down on Me energy. I wanted all the things I love about house music in there, plus Luther energy, R&B. So to me, and the church. So it's all jumbled up, but it's Ledisi. And I did want to give reverence. It goes with the energy of the whole full human experience. Yes, it's at the end because it belongs there. My shows, when you go to my shows, it's the same arc. It's a full arc.
You're a storyteller.
Absolutely. I love being a storyteller. What's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point? And in creating art, when you're helping others, is to tell their story. They want to see themselves in my music. They want to hear themselves in that music. So here we go.
No wonder I connect with you.
You get it.
Because of the fact of, you talked about the drumming. For me, sometimes people laugh at me because I actually don't know lyrics often. A song could have been out 10 years, right? And I would still fudge the words. Right? Like, you still don't know these words. You listen to it all the time.
Right.
But it's about the melody, and it's about the vibe. It's about the energy. It's about the drum. It's about the cadence, right? And it's like, how do I see it visually, right? So I often, too, don't know the words. And I love storytelling because that's why I love doing what I do, is telling stories about the human experience, right?
We need it.
And so if you didn't connect to a storytelling of the human experience to the music and to the beat and to the cadence, no wonder I vibe with you. And the rest of the world, too. Not just me, obviously.
But the beat is where it started. The voice and that was our clap. That was our stamp, you know, as culturally.
Yeah.
That's where it began.
And drumming is spiritual.
See, we're talking the same language.
Yeah. And I love that you brought the story about you waiting the tables and you would go to this club and you would find healing. I think we're in a place now of understanding spirituality can mean so many different things, right? Spirituality and reverence doesn't necessarily mean the balm is in the church, right? Like the balm could be where you choose to have that experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't want to alienate anything or anyone and create all the music that I love that made me better. And hopefully it will make someone else better when they hear it.
Talk to me then about 7 days a week. I feel like there's a cadence to that too as well. There's like a syncopation.
Yeah. Funny how it feels good, but it's a breakup song.
Oh my God!
Did you hear it 7 days a week?
Again, lyrics. I don't listen. I mean, not that I don't listen to lyrics, but I'm all about the vibe.
It is a breakup song. It's saying every day I'm feeling like this. Monday is one day. Tuesday I lose it. Wednesday I can't take any more of it. Thursday's the worst day. Friday I cried away. Yeah. Saturday I'd rather wait till Sunday. I can't remember the rest. But anyway, it's a breakup. I broke up with someone. I'm exhausted. Every day, it's 7 days of this. I'm tired. I want to let it go.
Ironically, I didn't get breakup. Ironically, the feeling I got was love, right? But I guess you had to love had to be present in order for the breakup to happen.
Exactly.
Yo, me and my sister.
It's a love you do not want to let go of, but you have to. And 7 days of having to let go, it's mourning.
My sister's about to kill me right now. I'm about to put her on blast. Oh, okay. You're helping me connect dots ancestrally with my family. Because I'm noticing me and my sister Buffy, I have two sisters, Lisa Buffy and my brother Buck. And Buffy is seemingly now the same way I am. I would never forget we were driving. I'm much younger than my siblings. I'm like the oops baby. Mom and dad, don't kill me. But not really, folks. But there's a huge age gap. And so anyways, we were driving the car. It was me, Buck, and Buffy. We're driving in the car. I'm little. I'm in the backseat. I never forget this moment. And Buffy told my brother Buck, she says, I want that song Congratulations by Phyllis Hyman to be my wedding song, right? My brother was like, are you crazy? Like, she is saying the man she wanted is getting married. It should have been her. Like, they had this whole discussion in the front seat, and I never forgot that. But for Buffy, it was vibes, right? It was like, it was a feel of love, right? Not, she wanted her wedding song.
But that's a good example of when stuff feels good.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just like the way it feels, and I want that feel everywhere.
That's like 7 days. I'm like, oh, it's a breakup?
It is a breakup.
Oh, I got love.
But I love songs like that give you the contradiction of both of it all.
But you said you're a painter, so it's abstract.
Exactly. See?
Right?
See?
Very Jason Pollock of you. Right? Very Basquiat of you, right?
Look, that's art.
Yeah, it's very Amy Sherwood of you. Yeah.
Thank you. Look at me.
Look at you. You can add artist now and painter to your next vibe of that one.
I love it. I wrote that with Jacques. I can't take full credit now. Jacques Pierre is a new producer I've been working with, and Rex Rideout. We did that together.
Oh,
it
my
was
God.
so much fun.
Yeah, listen, you are vibes.
Okay.
I'm so excited to be in conversation with you. I have to just break form and just say I'm excited to be in conversation with you.
Always break form.
I don't feel like this is an interview. I feel like we're just chilling.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
I don't talk about Buffy, Buck. I don't talk about oops, baby. You got me exposing secrets. My mom is like, wait a minute now, Mikey. You're doing too much. This is we bringing our family into.
Congratulations at the wedding. That is too funny.
It's amazing.
It's because you like the way it feels. It's big. It's
cinematic.
Huge. Exactly.
It's cinematic. There's something right now about artists. I feel like some of you, and I'm going to say all, but some of you are in your bag right now because I keep hearing this recurring theme about freedom and not having to prove anything.
Yeah.
And it came from the Beyonce tour when she came out. She was just like, I'm still here. She's like, I have nothing to prove. Right? And hearing you say that, I just have nothing to prove. And I think when you don't have anything to prove, I think your best work comes out.
Probably. I felt my best work has always come out. Mm-hmm. It's just getting better every album.
Mm-hmm. It's always evolving.
Yeah, and I love the space I'm in. After a certain age, You get tired of saying, hey, I belong, I belong. Please let me belong. Can I belong? Can I belong? No, I belong, and I'll just be.
Homie, I'm in this. Sorry, I don't call you homie. I'm so sorry, Ledisi. Like I'm like, hold up. Let me sit up straight.
I
Let me
like this.
like Tasha about to kill me. Your team member. Look, let me.
Tasha said, what's going on here?
Let me straighten up my shoulders. All right, fine. Let me put my leg back down. Lady, I'm like, wait, where's the coffee? We need something to drink. You want a snack? Like, Uber, eat you something? Have you ate? Right? Like, I don't call you.
We are in here, okay?
I don't call you homie. Oh my God.
That's all right.
I apologize to you.
I feel good.
I apologize. Miss Ledisi.
No, go back to homie. I like homie better.
That is hilarious. I was going to say, like, I feel like at the beginning of the year, I said it to myself. I was like, I feel like I had nothing else to prove anymore.
You don't.
And I was like, if you don't get my commentary, you don't get it, right? If you don't understand my nuance, if you don't understand how I do interviews, if you don't understand, because I have isms when it comes to my interview. I have a process, right? My team would tell you it can be slightly annoying, but there's a process, to it.
Let him be.
But again, it's just an ism, right?
Yeah.
It's like I need it for it to feel like how I want it to feel because I have this cinematic vision in my head, and I don't have to prove it anymore. You like me, you like me. You book me, you book me. And I don't read the comments anymore. I don't even care.
Be.
Just be.
Just be. And it's for your people will get it.
Yeah.
Your people, her to get it, or more will get it.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt doing every album. I've always said, just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've never let my creativity be harmed from that. But inside, it was like, please love me. Now I'm not like that. I hope you love me, but I really hope you love yourself because I know myself, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my lane. I'm okay with my presence of what I'm bringing. I know it's worthy of whatever, and it feels good. It feels good getting to that point.
I hope you love yourself.
Yeah, I do.
That is beautiful. No, not you. I'm saying you asking your audience.
I do hope they love themselves. We need that.
That is beautiful.
Because if you love yourself, it'll make our whole existence here with you much better. Have you seen someone mad? They don't like their job, and sometimes they take it out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm just here getting a coffee.
Yeah.
Why are you mad at me?
Why are you?
It's not my fault.
Happens on a daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If people were doing what they love,
yeah.
Sometimes you have to do what you need to do the thing you really want to do. And that's okay, but still, the arc is coming.
Mm-hmm. Because that even is when it comes down to, speaking of marriage, right? We talked
about
earlier.
Lord.
Shout out to Buffy. It means, I heard something really interesting. I learned this a long time ago, and I think it's kind of what you're getting at, is that sometimes where we go wrong in marriage and partnership is that, that whole idea of you complete me. Hollywood has really ruined a lot of marriages. Like, I need to find somebody who completes me, right? But it's like, no, you need to enter this partnership whole. Right, in order for it to be effective and to be impactful, right? And so, you need to love on yourself, right?
Yeah.
And if you love yourself, and then you listen to this music, imagine the way that you can tap into it, right?
It's so good, loving yourself. It takes a while though. It's a process. Mm-hmm. I don't know, when I met my husband, it was around I Blame You.
Ooh.
I was working out. I was focusing on myself, getting better with learning what I can do and cannot do. Meaning, what's it called? Having a border. I can't remember the name. I haven't eaten, so I apologize.
See, I told you I could catch you some Uber Eats. I told you I could have catch you some Uber Eats.
I mean? Like having just where you can't let certain people in anymore. Boundaries. That's the word. Boundaries. I started learning about boundaries and what I want and what I don't want. So when I met him, I started to get to know myself and be able to vocalize it. Because it's scary to go, here's how I feel. Here's what I want. Let me try something new with being vocal about what I want. And so it felt good to finally be vocal about it. I used to hold it in or eat food to make it better because I couldn't say it. Now I stopped eating and started vocalizing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was from I Blame You?
Yeah, I Blame You. I was working out.
We're pulling that up.
Dance class and having fun with those moments. And then I met him and I asked him out. Let's get coffee. That was bold for me. I don't do that.
Yeah.
People ask me,
Yeah.
So I was okay with that. And they're like, how are you going to ask somebody? It's like, let's see what happened. Might get rejected. And you know what I mean? It was me trying a new thing.
And it worked out.
And it worked out for me. Yeah.
I swear to God, I was just having a conversation with a young lady over the weekend, and this conversation came up. They were talking about, she was really talking to this other girl. I was just kind of there with them.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl had saw this guy, and she was nervous. She was like, oh, well, he needs to propose to me. She was like, are you crazy? She was like, if you're interested in him and you find him interesting, go up to him.
Yeah.
And I think there's a whole dynamic of, again, like these gender roles and dynamics, right? That I think has prevented a lot of people from finding love.
Yeah, because the fear of rejection or the fear of whatever, I wasn't I was fearless around that time. I'm becoming open to just be open to do it differently,
Did you apply during that season? Now I'm just curious. Did you apply that to other areas of your life?
Absolutely.
During that time period.
Speaking up about saying, no, I don't want to do that particular show. I no longer want this kind of show, or I no longer want to do it that way, the album this way. I want you to schedule in my wellness time. I want breaks.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't do that. I would just work because I have to prove, I have to stay in, I have to keep being visible, I have to stay relevant, blah, blah. I don't care anymore. It's like, you can have my mic. I'll go sit down over here. It's fine. You know what I mean? I'm okay with it, because when I do come back, I'll make a moment. I make moments. Every time you see me, I make a moment. Every time you hear me, I make a moment, right? It's not a small thing. My gift is huge. So when I'm going to execute it, it's got to come from all the space, spiritually, lovingly, and to help you. So I'm going to go, boom, you're going to hear about it. That's me. That's Ledisi. Think about it. Everything I've done has been a moment. I'm not in small places either. And I did that because I decided I need to stop and be picky about where I belong. Be particular about where I belong. Be strategic in when I do something. Do a tour and make sure it feels good. Make sure it's planned properly. I'm getting into that. Before I wasn't like that. I just felt like, let me keep proving. So the pauses for rest restores.
That takes you being grounded and
Absolutely.
doing grounding. Because what I'm gathering from that comment is that you're a vessel and you recognize that.
Hello? It's a lot doing what we do. And it takes away from other people that we love. It takes away from ourselves. So if we're going to do it, make sure when you do it, you're going to make a moment and make it impactful. And make it count, because you're sacrificing all this safe place here. And appreciate the people who are receiving it too. That's the other thing. Like, they don't have to buy. They don't have to listen. They don't have to be there. But they're there because they believe in something you're giving. So appreciate them too.
Well, I'm going to take a lesson from you as a painter. The quality of a good painter is knowing when the paint in the painting is done. And I couldn't think of a better way to end the interview than on that, because you have made your mark here. You have made a moment here. You have left an imprint on me. I'm so thankful that I guess I waited to finally be in your presence, because I think today was the appointed time for the energy for us to connect, because I don't know what my energy would have been like during those other time periods. But I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Timing is everything. And when it's supposed to be, it shall be. And so I think today was just so perfect for that.
I agree.
Thank you for making a moment.
Thank you for having me. This is so great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, audience,
I needed to meet you like this, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And audience, you can meet her on the road. She
Yes,
is touring.
please.
Go to ledisi.com
Yep.
to find out all the tour dates that you need to see her on the road, so you can experience this energy transfers. And please make sure you tune in and download and stream her new album. I was going to play Love You Too, but I'm about to play I Blame You on the outro, because that is just too cool. I love that song too, by the way. Ledisi, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
You're
having
awesome.
me.
Until
Wow.
next time, audience. Peace.